Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Randomly Offensive. Today we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. For the most part, this was a really good movie, and the reviews are really good. It was given really good ratings, and people seem to really enjoy this movie. And as far as a Marvel movie goes, this was very good. It was very well done. There are a lot of problems with it in the movie, a lot of plot holes, a lot of things that just didn't make sense, a lot of things that take you out of the movie. But as far as cinematography goes and their fighting choreography, it's all great. And I've been missing the intense one-on-one personal stakes that Marvel used to deliver, and the hand-on-hand combat that has been missing in the MCU for a long time. I think just recently I enjoyed watching the Spider-Man fighting choreography, in No Way Home. They had good fighting choreography in that movie, which has been missing since Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man days. Tobey Maguire's movies, those had great fighting choreographies. I keep wanting to say photography. The choreography was great in the Tobey Maguire movies, in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. And I have felt like that's been missing. There's been a lot of action in Marvel and in the MCU, but there hasn't been a whole lot of actual hand-to-hand combat choreography. And this movie brought that, and I did enjoy that. Before we get into it real deeply, I wanted to look at the top review here, and then I wanted to go to Rotten Tomatoes and take a look. So let's scroll on down here and just read the top review here. Watch the IMAX version. Best solo since Iron Man. I don't know about that. I really like Doctor Strange. I thought Doctor Strange was a pretty good solo movie, but I've always liked him. He's just been a good character, and I like Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a great actor. I like most of the stuff that he delivers. I love the BBC Sherlock. He does a great job there. But yeah, anyways, I had no expectation of this before, but the movie is such more lively. Enjoyed every moment, and also very engaging from start to finish. I agree with that a little bit. It was engaging, yes, and it did have you on the edge of your seat during parts, but the plot holes were so massive that you couldn't really enjoy it, you know? It took me out of the movie. Well, that's just me, though. A kinda cute action movie with some fun stuff. This is the first movie that focuses more on martial arts than Marvel's superpower thing. Yes, and I just talked about that a little bit ago. Love to see a mix of Marvel's master-level CGI with martial art. Kung Fu with this kind of visual effect. Marvel nailed it again. I don't know if they nailed it. What do you mean by nailing it? Do you mean just nailing it as far as movie goes? Nailing it as far as Kung Fu movie goes? Because I can think of hundreds. I'm not even over-exaggerating. I can think of hundreds of martial art movies that were better than this. But this one had a much better plot than most martial art movies, if I do have to say so myself. I've always loved Marvel's casting. Katie is too perfect for her role. Loved her chemistry with Sean. Also laughed out loud at all her childish stuff. Yeah. Yeah, she was my wife's favorite character, too. A lot of people like that character. Unfortunately, that caused some issues with certain people on the left. I guess they really don't like her. They don't like any movie that she's in because, well, I guess she talks in a certain way that is cultural appropriation, which I don't understand. She grew up on that side, and so that's just how she talks. But So far, that's the only bad thing I've heard about this movie. Most people love this movie. Just one thing, not a big deal. The action scene of dragon riding doesn't fit into the usual Marvel movie, but as a Chinese flavor, it is okay. Except for this, the cinematography and VFX are a lot memorizing. That's a weird sentence. I don't feel like that sentence was right. Anyways, so that's the top review. Pretty positive, actually. Very positive on this movie. A lot of people like this movie. And I did enjoy it. It was fun to watch. It's rewatchable for sure. But yeah, let's hop over to Rotten Tomatoes and see what we see there. Alrighty, so here at Rotten Tomatoes, we can see that the audience score is 98%. Wow. And then the tomato meter has it at 91%. So critics and audience are on the same page when it comes to this movie. Very liked movie. This is nice to see, actually. I like it when fans get what they want, when the audience gets what they want and gets what they paid for. It is very nice. It can help with trying to get our movies back. Yeah, for the most part, all good reviews, very good rating. Overall, people really like this movie. So, from this point on, I'm going to hop into spoiler territory. So if you have not seen this movie yet, you've been warned. And yeah, let's hop right into that. Alrighty, so Shang-Chi starts with introducing his father. And this is the leader of the Ten Rings. He is using the Ten Rings for world domination, and he ends up falling in love with this woman in the middle of this fight/dance, and then he throws his rings and his power all away and starts his family, and then she is killed, and Shang-Chi is trained to be an assassin, and then the movie starts taking off from there. We see Shang-Chi in being just a normal guy. And one thing leads to another. They get into a fight, they cut a bus in half, and this is where the plot holes start to thicken quite quickly. Movies barely began, and there's already plot holes. Why does Shang-Chi's father, I can't remember his name. Gosh darn it. Anyway, why is it that his father is trying to get them back, so sends assassins out to kill them? And then he says, he's like, well, I knew you weren't going to be able to kill them. I told them they wouldn't be able to kill them. I'm glad you proved me right. Like, what? Like, what was it? Like, one of the machete hand guy was like, hey, I bet you $100 that I can kill your son. And the dad's just like, deal. I felt like that was goofy. And then as the movie goes on, Trevor gets introduced back into the MCU, and not a big fan of this character. I don't like how they're trying to make a very unpopular decision that they made in Iron Man 3 look like they did it on purpose. Because, for one, if you did do that on purpose, very disrespectful to the fans, but we all know you didn't do it on purpose. We all know that you made a mistake and that you messed up. So, stop trying to hide it. Just get rid of that character. Just shoo him away. Shoo. He's a reminder of the worst decision you guys have ever made. Time to get rid of this guy. And then they get to the promised land, the other dimension, I guess. And the dad is convinced that the mom is calling out to him, and he needs to get through this door. When it's actually demons or deviants. Are they deviants from the Eternals, or are they demons? I'm not sure. But anyway, he's punching through this door, and even though these little tiny demons are flying out, he's like, oh yeah, no, that's normal, just keeps punching away. You're gonna get his wife back. And I find it silly. This is a good movie, don't get me wrong. I'm harping on it, I'm having fun picking at it, but it is a good movie, but a lot of plot holes, a lot of things that just take you out of it, a lot of things that don't make sense. You know, they don't really explain a whole lot why that dragon was there. And yeah, they talk about how the father was like this great character, which I do have to disagree. I don't think he was all that good. I don't think he was all about family. He's kind of an idiot. Well, rewatching this trailer though, I do remember my favorite scene was with Wong and Abomination, and that was so cool. That was cool. That was kind of fun to see him being a hustling, and the fact that he could take out Abomination that easy, it makes you like, oh, God, you know, Wong's a badass. He could take out the Hulk. Oh, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if like Wong was secretly the most powerful out of all of them, and in the very end he is able to like just solve all their problems. Like, you know, Galactus shows up and Wong just like, yeah, you're done, and just knocks him out. I want to see just Wong go up against Thanos. I want to see a one-on-one fight between Wong and Thanos. My vote's on Wong, man. Wong is cool. I went way off topic there. But that's okay. That's what these videos are for. Reviews, talking about things that would be cool to see, things that we might see, things we're never going to see. And yeah, just the highlights of the movie. So, and for sure, let me know in the comments what you think of the movie, and did you like it, did you not like it, and what did you think about some of the plot holes? Did any of them affect the movie for you? What do you think of Trevor? What do you think of the fake Mandarin? I'd like to know that too. So yeah, for the most part, a lot of plot holes, a lot of silly things in this movie. But it is a good movie. It's a nice popcorn film, and there's no woke agenda, there's no politics in it, so it's fun to watch, and you can get your mind off of your everyday things and just watch this movie. And it's rewatchable. It is a very rewatchable movie. The rings are confusing. How do the rings work? They do not explain how the rings work, and like, can the person you're fighting just take your rings away from you? That'd be kind of bad if your, you know, projectile weapon can just default and go to someone else and they shoot it back at you. Yeah, and since they're magical, can they grow in size? Like, if you have like a really little guy, do the rings like just fall off his wrists, or do they grow? And like, if the Hulk tried to use them, would they just be like little rings on his fingers, or could he use them as, would they grow? That's interesting. I wonder. I wonder about that. But yeah, anyway, tell me your guys' thoughts, and feel free to comment. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye.